right, here we go. All right, let's turn it on here. Do the intro. I will do the intro. We are live. The finale, Cincinnati, Ohio. 3N Sports takes on Bay State Jaguars in Game 3 of Day 2. 3N comes in with an impressive 2-0 record, and if you didn't catch the first two games, boy, did you miss a treat. 3N has been rocking and rolling along. Bay State comes in 0-1. This is their first game of 2 today. 3N plays their second of 2 today. So Bay State dropped their opener yesterday to Buckeye State Blast, 51-27. So they match up here with us for their second game before they get to go ahead and play their third tonight. Now, we'll be all done by then. So let's talk about 3N. Your girls, who are warming up right there in their black tops, black bottoms, have been throwing haymakers starting yesterday. Opening up against Indiana Pride Attack, 58-33. With the help of Jayla from the Littles. While we waited for Audrey to return from her national championship in Denver, Colorado on the pitch. Audrey joined us today. If you missed it, you missed a good one. 3N played 5-star. Thank you. Not the 5-star we played about 3 or 4 times, who actually got us on the chin last time, but a different 5-star. In fact, we played 5-star 2027 and took care of business. 5-star might still be licking their wounds after this morning's 56-29 assault to push our girls to 2-0 as we get ready for Bay State. 90 seconds on the clock over there here on court 19. And we are about ready to get started for Game 3 on Day 2 of the finale. Hamilton, Ohio, spooking a Champions Mill. If you haven't grabbed a beverage, go get it now, because in about a minute, we're going to get the tip to watch these girls who are in Fuego take care of business. Bay State Jaguars comes out of the Bay State, as you may guess, Massachusetts. They do have a couple of teams in the New England area, but they've made the trek here today to face the girls from Columbus, Ohio. The formidable huddle just before the tip by our girls in their finale. Taking the tip, number 9, Zoe, joining her number 2, Audrey, number 12, Dylan, number 11, Charlie, and number 1, Shelby, ready to check in, and as always, number 15, Kate. And we're about ready to go here. Assist, here we go. The tip is up. Squirted around into the hands of the opponent. They win the tip. And now Bay State to open things up on offense. Tip there by Shelby into the hands of Charlie for the steal, and it's tipped away by a speedy number 25, 22, I can't see the number, but 32. 32 came out of nowhere to knock that out of the hands of Charlie. Here we go. Zoe with the inbounds. She doesn't get fouled. She gets her rebound. She goes right back up and puts it in for the first bucket for 3N. 2-0. Zoe with the bucket and the rebound. And that's stolen by Dylan. Right back to Charlie. Charlie now. Audrey from the free throw line. Put that in there. No. Rebound, Bay State. Shelby deflects that almost into the hands of Audrey. And then she just throws up to Coach Pat. Coach Pat's gonna get that steal on that one. And we're not even a minute in, and it's wild and wonderful here. Charlie walks it over to the top. Zoe, she goes left. Zoe hands it off to Audrey, who goes right, gets a screen from Zoe and throws up a three. That's out. Rebound. Bay State, she just loses the handle. Charlie thinks she just knocked it out herself, but they say Charlie must have touched it. So the press is on. We're a minute in here, 2-0 3N. They get it across, but the trap is on, and they lose the ball right into the hands of Audrey. Audrey picks it up and takes it around. Gets it over to Charlie, almost threw it away there, but Charlie, with her athleticism, Dylan inside now. Dylan hits the bottom of the backboard. Here comes the speedy number 32. Zoe defends that well, and they get their own rebound, so Bay State has it still. That's off. Rebound Zoe. Quickly to Audrey. Audrey finds Dylan all alone. Dylan comes up. Dylan slams on the brakes, throws it up and under, and she says, I'll go the other way and get the bucket. Second bucket of the game. 3N. 4-0, and that's a quick foul on Shelby. Get a little too aggressive there on the girl in white. Bay State's in white tops, black bottoms with yellow or gold trim all over the place. So they look like bumblebees from Bay State Jaguars. And they come in on offense. The left hand doesn't go. Audrey gets the rebound and gets it to Shelby. Shelby has it now, gets it up to Charlie. Charlie loses the handle, but it gets in the hands of Dylan. Dylan goes up with it, and Dylan just scored another one. Dylan's had a weekend so far, and she has not slowed down. 13:35 on the clock. 3N up 6-0. And that's stolen by Dylan, who takes a punch in the face. She finds Charlie with a girl in her face. Charlie's going to slow down, get it to the top to Audrey. Audrey now with the girl in her face, walks to the left. Ref's in the way. I'll tell him to move. Audrey goes right, gets a screen by Dylan. Now Audrey top all the way outside of Zoe. Zoe goes baseline. She's going to go in. She's going to turn. She's going to just not enough. She got caught right in that armpit of the rim, and the ball got stuck. Audrey tips it out into the court number 17, so we're going to have to get that quick sub for Bay State and for 3N. Kate checks into the game, taking a seat as Zoe. 6-0 the score. Shout out to the Littles. The Bigs got to watch the Littles after their first game, and the Littles took it to their opponent 62-2. I'm not kidding you, folks. And the other team didn't score their 2 points until right at the end of the game. All right, back to this one. Shelby at the top, gets it over to Audrey. Audrey goes right, goes left, steps back just inside the three-point line, but it's off. Rebound, Bay State. Audrey stays back to defend, but the girl gets it across. Here comes Bay State looking for their first field goal. Looking for their first points, actually. And they're moving the ball well. But the stinging defense of 3N is making it difficult. Here's a three. That's off. Rebound. Audrey. That might be her third rebound already. Charlie has it. Charlie between her legs, slows it up and gets it to Audrey in the middle. Now, all the way in the corner is Shelby. Shelby in front of the opponent's bench gets it to Dylan. Dylan goes inside. Dylan does another loop-de-loop. That one didn't work. She said a couple of those already this weekend. Here comes Bay State. Bay State for three. That's up. That's off. Rebound, Dylan. Now, Audrey slowing it down a little bit. 11:48 on the clock. 6-0, 3N. Dylan comes over to set a screen. Audrey takes it to the top. Goes left. She's going to penetrate. Throw up a nice little get in there. No. That would have been on the highlight reel. 11:30 on the clock. 6-0. Tipped away by Dylan. She's going to stay with Bay State. Zoe checks back into the game for Dylan. Bay State brings in a sub of their own. Big shout out to Grandma Beth down in Florida in the Sunshine State. Sending the love. We appreciate you. I know you're watching. And I know you're enjoying watching these girls, especially Shelby. All right, here we're back at it. 3N on defense. In the corner, guarded over there by Audrey. And tipped there by Kate. Gonna stay with Bay State. Kate said, I'm going to be showing up here as she has all weekend. Number 15, especially last game, been on fire, and there's a steal. Of course I called that. Kate got the steal and gets it over to Audrey. Audrey steps back. That's Zoe for three. Get in there. No. Rebound, Bay State. Here comes Bay State. A tip by Audrey into the hands of Kate. Kate now slows it down. Everyone comes back onto the onside court here. Audrey on the outside. Gets it all the way across now. Inside to Zoe. Get to work. Here she goes. Bounce, bounce. Turns. Finds Shelby for three. Get in there. No. Just off. Kate tried for the rebound, but Bay State instead. 10.5 on the clock. 6-0 is the score. Bay State looking to get their first point of the game. Shelby inside defends, and that's off. Rebound. Stays with Bay State. Bay State now trying to move the ball around and find a way to get their first points here. That's a travel, so we're going to get a turnover here. Checking back into the game for 3N is Dylan. Taking a seat is, I don't know. Someone needs to come off. Audrey came off. We had 6 girls there for a second. And Bay State gets a couple of subs. We're a tick under 10. 6-0 is the score. They play 2 16-minute halves. Here comes Charlie running point now. Charlie ran point yesterday when Audrey was flying back from Denver, and Charlie had a game. Here comes Kate going in, throwing it up, missed. Rebound. Bay State, here they come. That's a three, that's up, that's off. Bay State for three again, that's off. Rebound. Goes off the hands of Bay State. 3N ball. 9.5 on the clock. Kate has it, gets it across. 6-0 to score. 3N looking to get their 8th or 9th point. Shelby inside to Zoe. Zoe loses the handle, and the girl threw it off of Zoe, so it's Bay State's ball. Here comes Bay State. The Bay State Jaguars. 3-point is up. That's off. Rebound. Saved by Bay State. They get their first basket on that. Nice play by 32 to save that into the hands of her teammate. And that's a travel by Kate. So Bay State gets possession at the 8:39 mark. Down by 4, trying to claw their way back into this early on in their second game, 3N's third game. Stolen there by Zoe. Zoe picks it up and gets it over to Shelby. Shelby now moves it across to Charlie. Front of the camera now. Dylan inside. Dylan kicks it out to Zoe for 3. Get in there. That is not going in. Now Dylan with a big board. Dylan gets the board and gets fouled, so Dylan's gonna stay on the floor. Audrey checks back into the game. Or Charlie. Shelby to run the inbounds line play. Watch Zoe at the caboose. Here they come. Zoe gets it, throws it in, and the bucket. Beautifully executed. 8-2 is the score. Few ticks above 8 minutes left in the first half. She picks up her dribble. Whoa! That was almost an over and back. She threw it away. I called it. 7:50 on the clock. Quick sub for the opponent. 8-2 is the score. 3N trying to charge up and put some more points on the board. Joining the Otterbein coach over there is Ohio Dominican. Watching this one. 7:43 on the clock. Kate has it on the left wing. Kate gets it inside to Zoe. Zoe goes one. Zoe throws it up and throws it in. Boom, count it. Zoe is starting to turn on and get hot. 7.5 to go. 10-2 to score. Zoe guards on the outside. They get it inside. Stripped by Audrey, but it stays with Bay State. Shelby's now giving her the business. Travel, and great job right there. Shelby Dameron. Shelby says, I got you. You don't want any of the number one's business. I don't. She gets that from her mom. You've met her dad, you know what I'm talking about. Hi, Dusty. Anyway, we're back at it. Here we go. Audrey steps into an 8-footer, and that's off. Rebound. Big rebound by Zoe, and she puts it right back. Zozo is warming up, folks. We're under 7. 12-2's the score. Here comes Bay State. They do a runner, it's off. Rebound, Dylan. Dylan's going to take it herself. She's going to give it over to Kate, but it gets stripped. Nice play by number 3 from Bay State. And then coming right back was Dylan to say, I could do that too. How about that, folks? Here we go. Outside to Zoe for 3. Get in there. No, that's a pass. That was a pass. That was an assist from Zoe. And Dylan with the putback. We will call that an assist. We're going to be shooting some threes at home. 6:25. Bay State's seen enough. Coach calls a timeout. 14-2 is the score. And these 3N girls are throwing haymakers. Let's go. Zoe, nice pass. There's our lovely fans. There's our fans. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, back at it from the timeout. 6:23 on the clock. Here comes Bay State. Down 14-2. 3N puts a little run together. Ooh, that was a nice pass. She fell asleep, but she missed that. Zoe gets the rebound that gets taken away into the hands of Audrey. Quickly up to Dylan. Dylan goes up, throws it up, and get in there! Dylan Walker says, I got you. 16-2. Zoe defends and then a big block. Not today. Zoe. That's what I'm talking about. 5:51 on the clock. Kick, no call on the kick. Audrey, look up. 5:45 on the clock. Quickly to Zoe. Get in there. No, just short. 16-2. Here comes Bay State, guarded by Kate. And there's a foul. 12. Out. Oh. It's all good. We'll let that go. Out there's a travel. Quick sub for Bay State. 5:32 mark. That free throw gives Bay State their 3rd point. And they miss. So Zoe with the rebound. Gets it over to Audrey. Audrey races up the court. Finds Charlie on the outside. Charlie gonna get hot. Kate with the big board gets it ripped away from her. Here comes Bay State now. Bay State in the corner. Almost stolen by Dylan. Now Central Connecticut State is watching, probably for the girls in white and black. All right. Shelby ready to check in on the next stoppage. Fouls on Audrey. Must have reached in there. Shelby comes back into the game, this time for Kate. .502 on the clock. Missed them both. Rebound Zoe. Gets it to Audrey. Go, Audrey, go. Audrey comes up the court. Audrey dishes it off to Charlie. Charlie gets it to the top to Zoe all the way to Shelby. Shelby now looks to get inside. She gets it all the way back to Shelby. In the corner, Audrey. Audrey gets it into Zoe. Zoe gets it back to Audrey. Now to the top, Charlie. Charlie all the way over to Shelby. Back to Charlie at the top. Setting something up here. They're setting up a 3 by Audrey, but that goes off. But guess who gets it? Dylan just got slammed. She hit the ground hard. I hope she's okay. She gets fouled. She's going to shoot too. She's up. She hit her elbow. That's going to hurt. Right on the elbow. But she's going to shoot 2 here. 4:34 on the clock. 16-3 is the score. Dylan. That hurts. But she's strong like her mom. Gets 1 of 2. Good job, Dill. 17-3 is the score. 4.5 left to go in the first half. 3 in on defense. Charlie guards on the outside. Now, inside. They're trying to move it around. They are moving it. That's a 3. Up, off. Rebound, Zoe. Nice rebound. Go. Here we go. Quickly now. She tried. Too much traffic there. Stolen there by Bay State. And swatted away. Oh, no. 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 Audrey. Come on. Audrey! They gave that to Audrey. You've got to be kidding me. Audrey, that was clean. But that's Audrey's second nonetheless. She gets 1 of 2, rebound. Gonna say it went off of Bay State. 3-end ball, 4:07 on the clock. Shelby to inbound, up by 13, 17-4. Here comes Audrey now, goes left. Goes to all the way across to Dylan. Dylan in front of the opponent's bench, goes left. Gets it back to Audrey, in front of the camera. Audrey to the top, Charlie. Charlie now back to Audrey. Back to Charlie. Back to Audrey. Inside to Dylan at the elbow. Back. Okay, I can't even do this anymore. There's a 3 by Audrey's off. Rebound, Bay State. Here they come. 3:38 on the clock. 3 and up, 17-4. Charlie giving the business. Kicked by Audrey. It's going to stay with Bay State. 3:27 on the clock. Stolen by Audrey, right in her hands. Audrey looks to push the forward. That's Zoe. Zoe on the outside. Zoe gets it back to Shelby. Shelby to the top, Audrey. Over to Charlie. Charlie shoots a 3 quickly. That's in and out. Rebound. Whoa. That could have been a collision. Bay State now with 4 points on the board. Coming up hard. Loses the ball. Oh my gosh. That ref is just calling whatever. Like, that was on Charlie. Wow. Audrey takes the seat. Kate into the game. A 3 for Bay State is off. Rebound. Bay State blocked by Zoe. And there you go. It's going to say last touch by Zoe. Zoe with a high tempo game here. 2:48 on the clock. Bay State to inbound under their basket. Down 17-4. Stolen almost there by Shelby. Shelby just blocked the inbound attempt. Those long arms. Sorry, Justin. Long arms. All right. Back in now. Stolen by Kate. Jump. That ref. What is this guy looking at? I mean, unbelievable. Possession on the jump ball for 3N. 2:38 on the clock. Charlie brings it up, running point. Here we go. Shelby on the outside, gets it back to Charlie. Step into a 3, throw it up, off. Rebound, Zoe. Throws it up and off. Rebound, Bay State. Charlie making it difficult to get it across, but they do. 2:23 on the clock. Now Kate's starting on the outside. Here they come. Perfectly defended there. Hey, no foul. Nice. By Shelby. 2:15 on the clock. Bay State to inbound under their basket. Shelby's going to make it difficult. Now they're outside. Guarded by, looks like defended there by Charlie. There's a jumper. That's in. They needed that. Here comes Charlie now. Up 17-6. 2 minutes left in the first half. All the way out to Shelby. Shelby throws up a three. That's off. Rebound. Bay State. Bay State now. Bringing it up the court. And they just lost the entire... Wait, we lost our... We lost the scoreboard. The ball from 17 just drilled the scoreboard. And looks like Jill's okay. Looks like we're okay. 1:44 on the clock. 17-6. Timeout, 3 end. 1:39 on the clock, 17-6. 3 ends up. Back from the timeout, 1:39 on the clock, 3 and up by 17-6. 11. Kate on the outside, goes to the top, gets Shelby on the corner. Now inside to Dylan. Dylan back out. He was trying to get it to Shelby. It got stolen by number 3. He brings it up and throws it away. 3 and ball. 1:21 on the clock. Charlie walks it up slowly. Outside to Shelby. Back to Charlie at the top. Trying to go inside to Zoe, it looks like. Kate now on the wing. Gets to Zoe at the free throw line. Back to Charlie. She thought about a deep three. Instead, Zoe's going to set a pick. Kate is on the outside. Kate's going to take it. Kate's going to go up. Yo! That's what I'm talking about. How about that? Kate Weatherax with that beautiful left hand. The big basket. Oh. Blocked by Zoe. Zozo. Here we go. 35 on the clock. Big block by Zoe. 19-6 to score after that beautiful basket by Kate Weatherax. Now Kate gets it inside of Zoe. She throws up the jumper. Just rolls off. Good look. 23 on the clock. Here comes Bay State. And she almost lost it. They're in the corner. That's the elbow shot. Throw it up. That's off. Rebound, Charlie. Charlie has it. Watch behind you, Charlie. And quickly now, Kate. Kate has it. Kate gets it outside to Charlie. Throws it up and just short. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And that is off. Halftime score, 3 and 19. Bay State 6. We'll be back in 2 minutes. All right, halftime stats for 3N at the 19-6 score. Leading the way is Dylan with 9. Zoe with 8. Kate Weatherax has 2. You just saw that beautiful 2 that she just put in right there with a minute ago. Boy, that's a beautiful shot. 3-point, we don't have any threes. Oh, 0 for 11 from 3. Let's change that, ladies. Rebounding, leading the way is Zoe with 6, and then Dylan with 5. No foul trouble. No one has more than 1 foul. Steals, we have 3 girls with, we have Audrey with 5 steals. And then Dylan, Kate, and Charlie all have 2 steals. Zoe has 1. Blocks, Zoe with 3 blocks in the first half, and Shelby with 1. And the assist, leading the way there with 2 is Audrey. There you go, halftime stats, 19-6. We'll start in about 30 seconds. About ready for the second half. On the court is number 1 Shelby, number 15 Kate, number 2 Audrey, number 11 Charlie, and number 12 Dylan. On the bench ready to come in over there is Zoe, number 9. 16 minutes have been placed on the clock for the second half. 3 in, looking to push the record of 3-0 here in the finale. Cincinnati, Ohio. And we're ready to go. Right in front of the camera, Bay State with possession. Shelby guards on the outside, they get it across. Quickly now inside. Defended there by Dylan. And Dylan just rips it right out of her hands. Well done. Now, Charlie has it. To the top, Audrey. Kate calls for that. Kate now in front of the camera. Gets it to the top, Charlie. Back over to the wing. All the way back to Kate. Kate kicks it out to, that almost got stolen, but Audrey has it still. Audrey in the corner. All the way over to Kate. Kate just inside of the 3-point line, but it's off. Here comes Bay State. Bay State throws it into the hands of Kate. Kate State comes up. Kate spins, and she gets blocked. They're going to say she got fouled, but Kate should go to the line to shoot 2 there. And she will. To build on her 2 points that she has on the scoreboard. Bam! That's our 20th point. 20-6. 3 in. Scoreboard! Hey! Scoreboard! Off. 1 of 2. Rebound, Bay State. Dylan tried to get it, but she was boxed out well by number 4 of the Jaguars. Jaguars now looking inside, but it's stolen by Dylan. Dylan gets it quickly to Charlie. Charlie passes her dad on the bench. Charlie now gets it all the way across to Audrey. Audrey steps into a 3. Put it in there, no. Rebound, Dylan. Nice rebound. There's 3 girls around her. Shelby now in the left, gets it to the top. Audrey over to Kate. Kate kicks it out to Charlie on the left wing. Charlie now gets it to Kate in the corner, inside to Dylan. Dylan goes up, Dylan throws it, just short, but Dylan grabs their own rebound. Gets tied up, it's gonna be a jump ball. Possession, Black, it should be ours. Black, yes, thank you. Shelby to inbound. Gets it into Charlie. Charlie to the top, Kate. Kate all the way across to Shelby. Shelby looks inside and finds Dylan. Dylan throws it out to Audrey. Audrey on the wing. Hands it off to Kate. She's on the wing now. But to the top, Charlie. All the way to the right, that's Shelby. Shelby looks to get inside, goes back to the top, Charlie. Charlie asks Shelby to come over to set a screen. Dylan gets it over in the corner, but now to the top. We're just throwing the ball around, chewing some clock up. We're at 14 minutes left in this one. To the elbow, Shelby. Now, that's Audrey for three. Nope, she didn't. She thought about shooting it. Nice passing. Dylan's inside. Dylan's gonna travel. Got a lot of girls that just squeeze down on her. So turnover. Bay State after we chewed up about a minute of clock there. 13:45 on the clock. Bay State looking to get some points. Moving it around. 32 on the outside, guarded by Shelby. 13:35 on the clock. 20-6 is 3N up by 14. Jaguars moving the ball around. Tipped by Audrey, but it goes over to Coach Pat, so it's going to stay with the Jaguars. They're going to get it in over there by Jill Walker. They get it in. Shelby guards on the outside with the help from Charlie. Zoe ready to check in on the next stop. Jaguars trying to get a bucket here. Defended well by Dylan. Rebound Shelby, but Audrey lost the handle. Shelby said, not so fast. Shelby said, that you got to make a little bit more effort than that. Taking a seat is Dylan. Coming in for her is Zoe. Bay State has it under their basket. 13:01 on the clock. Nice inbound play, and they get the easy bucket. Here comes Audrey. Up 20-8. Audrey at the top. Gets it into Zoe. Zoe lost it, keeps it, gets it outside. Now it's back to Audrey. They're moving around quickly. Here comes Shelby for three. Putting it up and off. Rebound, Kate. Kate looks to put it up. She gets fouled. Kate got strong there in getting that rebound and getting some separation with her defender and gets fouled. So she's going to shoot two. 12:37 on the clock. This 12-point lead does not feel comfortable. You need a little bit more. Probably the best opponent so far compared to how we performed in the first two games. Quick sub for the opponent. Actually, two subs. They bring in two fresh legs. They got a bench of three girls, and we have our traditional one. Missed them both, but the rebound goes to Audrey. Oh, nope, it's still squirting around on the floor, and Zoe jumps on the ground. It looks like Bay State comes away with it. The ball is going all over the place. Nice spinorama, but she loses the ball into the hands of Audrey. Audrey pushes it over to Charlie. Charlie has it. She'll bring it across herself. 12:14 on the clock. 20-8 is the score. 3N up by 12. Audrey has it in front of the camera. Audrey gets it all the way across to Charlie. Charlie now has it back to Audrey. Back to Charlie. Slowing it down here. We're under 12. There it is. Nice. Nice muscle. Get in there. Good move. Just waiting for Zoe to get open. Look at that. Tied up. Good job, Aud. Gonna stay with White. Zoe, keep doing that. Good. Yeah, I saw that. Down low. There's a three that's off. Rebound. Bay State. Stolen by Kate State. Kate gets fouled by 23, who didn't like Kate stealing it. How about Kate? Yeah, Kate ain't playing games today. Kate! She gets a steak dinner tonight. All right, we're back at it. 11-12 on the clock. Charlie has it on the outside, takes a screen by Shelby. To the top, Kate, who came to play. Now Audrey, looks like she's gonna take a screen by Zoe. Outside to Shelby. Shelby goes right with it, kicks it all the way out. Now it's back to Charlie. We're under 11, 20-8 is the score. It's a big defensive game here. Zoe comes to the top to set a screen. Zoe gets a nice screen for Charlie, it's off. Rebound, Jaguars. Jaguars come up the court. Right through Zoe's hands there. Gonna throw up the 20-footer and airball it. Gonna say last touch by 3N. Quick sub for the Jaguars. 10:31 on the clock, 20-8 to score. Jaguars have it under the basket. They get it in, but Audrey almost stole that. And she does. She goes, I'll steal this one. Audrey gets the girl off her feet. Nice stop, pop, and score. Perfectly executed by number 2, Audrey. About it. 10 on the clock. 22-8. Here comes Bay State. Blocked by, oh, come on! Zozo, clean, straight. Come on. Bro. Unbelievable. Dude, come on. Hey, Eric, how many is that on Zoe? 1? Should be 0. Quick sub for 3N. Charlie takes a seat. Dylan's in the game. We're under 10. Here comes Dylan, who just checked in. Throws it up and in. Boom! Take that. Smash it in. 22-10 is the score. We're under 10. Jaguars now looking to get another basket, but that's blocked by Shelby. Shelby with the big block. Here comes Audrey now. And Dylan brought her lunch pail today. And that's a timeout for Bay State. They've seen enough of that. Dylan, 9:27 on the clock, 24-10 is the score. Timeout, Bay State Jaguars. What'd you do? Oh, good. I like that. 26-10. They fixed the score. 26-10. From the timeout, it's going to be Bay State full court. Bay State gets it across. 9:18 on the clock. Bay State looking to claw their way back in here. That's a 3. That's off. Rebound, Jaguars. Jaguars have it. Defended by Audrey, but it stays with the Jaguars. Good strong move there for the bucket for the Jaguars to get their 12th point. Kate has it and walks it across. Kate takes it in herself. Gets fouled and she's going to shoot too. Nice move. Kate. Whatever Kate wants to do this weekend, she is doing. She is not asking for permission. She is going and getting paid. Except that came up short on her loose change there. But she'll get the next. Checking back into the game is for Charlie for Audrey. 8:37. Charlie, I need some threes. I need some threes, Charlie. And this is it, but Dylan rips down the board. And fouling Dylan is 23 on the floor. So Shelby will inbound under the basket. 8:32 on the clock, 26-12. Shelby looks to get it in and finds Charlie on the outside. Charlie now runs baseline. Tried to get it across to Shelby, but it was stolen there by the girl who just picked up the foul. Here comes the Jaguars now, trying to get back into this one. That's a 3. They need that, and they get that. So here they come. They're not going to go away. The lead is 11 now. Just a few ticks above 8. Here comes Kate. Kate throws it up and in. Count it. Nope. On. On the floor? That was on the floor. So they're going to run the line play here. 8:03, they get Zoe for the jumper. Zoe throws in the bank. Call it. Bank's open. Boom. Under 8, 28-15. The trap is on. They throw it. Trap is on. Here they come. Defended there by Zoe, but not enough. Nice move with their left hand, number 3. Here they come, 7:40 on the clock. Shelby has it. Shelby gets it to Charlie. She's gonna shoot the 3. Get in, no, out. Rebound, Jaguars. Good effort there by Dylan. Here they come. Number 3 has it, she just scored. They're trying to get back into this. They only have 7:24 to do it. They threw it off the hip of Shelby. They're gonna say kick ball. She threw it off Shelby's hip. You doing okay, Les? Are you okay? We need a driver for Leslie. Shelby takes a seat. Audrey checks back in. And Kate defends that. They're going to take it up. Blocked by Zoe. Don't call a foul. Just block her again. There it is. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. Good job, Dylan. Zoe, keep doing that. There we go, Audrey. Thank you for not calling a foul on that block. Appreciate it. And boom! Take it in. That's what I'm talking about. Move it around and score. 30-17 on a defensive battle. That's it. Get it, Aud. Nice. Boom and finish. Boom. Boom. What? Oh. Audrey. What is that? Holy guacamole. I can't believe it. I thought Audrey, hey, Tracy, I thought Audrey was tired. You got this, Audrey. 6:22 on the clock. 2 subs coming in for Bay State Jaguars. We're down 30-17 with 6:22 left in this one. This is exciting, folks. Rebound, Zozo. There, no rebound. 1 of 2. 31-17. No press. Here comes the Jaguars. Meet him at half court. Here they come. Almost lost it. Tipped it by you-know-who. Audrey sneaks behind. Dylan picks it up. Gives it to Audrey. That's an easy bang, boom, boom play. How about that? How about that? We're under 6. 33-17. I think that was on Kate, who's going to sit down for Shelby. 5:55 on the clock. 33-17 to score. Here comes the Jaguars. Jaguars moving around. Stolen by Audrey. Go, Zoe, go. Zoe tried to get it up to Dylan or Shelby, but it got stolen instead. Here comes Jaguars now inside. Defended there by Dylan. Great job, but it's going to be a foul on Dylan. So she's going to shoot 2. Second foul for Dylan. 5:34 on the clock. Quick sub here for just 1 sub for the opponent. Missed, got the second one. 1 of 2, 33-18. Here they come. Charlie now. Inside to Dylan. She gets pushed, thrown in. Boom! Dylan gets perfect off the glass. Good movement, good passing. Excellent job. 5:19 on the clock. Here comes the Jaguars. Nice little runner missed. Zoe with the rebound, quickly to Audrey. Audrey now looking to get it up the court. 5:10 on the clock. Puts it behind her back. Swoops it over to Shelby for a 3. Get in, no. Rebound. Shelby tried to get it, and Dylan helps. Gonna say off of Dylan. So it's going to be the Jaguars ball right next to the backpacks of our kids. 4:58 on the clock. 35-18. 3N trying to close this one out and go to 3-0 on the finale tournament. That three is off in the hands of Zoe. Catches the air ball. Gets it now. Charlie, go! There it is. Dylan on the outside. Looks to get it in, finds Zoe. Zoe puts it back to Charlie. They're moving it around. I'm not going to be able to catch up with this. Zoe just turns and shoots, miss. That's us. Stays with 3N. Shelby to inbound, box play. 4:20 on the clock. They move around, set some screens. Audrey for three, get in, no. Rebound, Jaguars. Jaguars now, push it up the court. Here they come, 4:13 on the clock. Stolen by Zoe. Zoe has it, hands it off to Charlie. Zoe, nice. 4 on the clock, Dylan inside. Dylan goes up, Dylan throws it in. Get in. Boom. Peter. All day. Under 4. 35-18. Just keep throwing it inside. Stolen there. Oh, no. They say Audrey fouled her before she picked up the loose ball. But nonetheless, 3 on Audrey. That's her third. Taking a seat is Zoe. Coming back in is Kate. Here comes the Jaguars. Jaguars now moving the ball around. They need that 3 big. That's off. Rebound. Jaguars. They keep having it. Got to shoot it. That's up. That's off. Rebound. Charlie. 3N's ball on the jump ball possession. .323 on the clock. Shelby has it at the top. Gets it over to Audrey. Audrey in the corner to Charlie. She's going to shoot the 3. That's in. Boom. She got fouled. Nope, she didn't get fouled. Tipped by Charlie. Bay State still has it, but Dylan picks it up and rolls it back to Shelby, who hands it off to Charlie. 3 minutes left. 37-18. It's all but over, folks. Charlie shoots another 3. Get in there. It's all right. Get back. Travel. You got to bounce the ball first. We're under 3. Slowly walking it up is Audrey. 37-18 is the score.
Did he miss a point?
No, we're good. The points, you mean?
Yeah, did he miss a point?
For who?
For y'all. Maybe.
They put 2 on at halftime. They had us down 2, but they added at half. So Dylan's gonna get to the line again. She's been up there all weekend. It's the elbow. You gotta check that elbow. Get her some ice. Because she don't miss like that, Pete. I'm worried. Running clock. We're under 2. Running clock in all 3 games. This one took a little longer. Props to the opponent, who now is down 41-18. We're under 2. Here they come. All the way over. That's a 3. Rebound. Bay State. Nice follow-up. The lead is 21. 90 seconds left. Audrey now goes left to get it across with the girl on her back. Audrey keeps possession. Go. Inside now. Good job. No. She had the whole... She's already on ESPN. She doesn't need another one. She had the whole inside. Come on, Dylan. Clock continues to run. 45 seconds. This is all but over. Here comes Bay State. Down 42 to 20. All right, here they go. Nice spin. Nice shot, but no good. Shelby with the board. Shelby gets fouled. On the floor. Dylan. Shelby gets to Audrey. Gets it across. 20 seconds. Over here. Right, over here. 1-1. It's a 1-1. Hey, 1-1. One and one. So it's a 1-1. That's the game. 42-20 is the final. Girls, well done. They go to 3-0. Hang out for the final stats. Leading the way, Dylan Walker with 18, followed by Zoe's 12. Audrey had 5, Charlie had 3, and so did Kate. 3-point field goals. We did hit one in the second half, thanks to Charlie's 3 right there a few minutes ago. Rebounds, Dylan had 8, so did Zoe. Steals, Dylan had 6 steals, but Audrey had 9. And blocks, Zoe had 5 blocks, and Shelby had 4. Well done, 3-0. Hey, catch us. That's it for today on day 2. Day 3, tomorrow, Sunday, we have an early game, so you better wake up for it. 8:05 in the morning, court 25. We play Fireball Basketball Academy. We'll see you then. We're out. Yeah.